You're listening to Beauty, Strength, and Dominance, the official podcast of Lingerie Fighting Championships. And now, here's your host, Michael Latkin.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another recap show presented by Lingerie Fighting Championships. I am your host, Mike Larkin. As always, by my sides, the one and the only most charismatic coach in LFC, Coach Leon Hader, and Joe Kane, the self-proclaimed most charismatic coach in LFC history and the most winningest coach, as he calls himself in LFC history, Mr. Joel Kane. How you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing great. I would also be willing to call Coach Joel Kane the eater of the most sausages. I think that'll work for him as well.
Yes, you eat a lot of meat there, Joe.
I'll wear it. I'll wear it. I love sausage, man. Every kind. Delicious. Get out of here. What are you trying to say, Leon?
I'm just speaking facts. That's it. I remember that from back in. I've known this from you, or known this about you since back in Europe. You're a lover of sausages and all types of meats. So, self-proclaimed.
That was
self-proclaimed coach and eater of all sausages. Welcome, Joel Kane.
Yes, eater of sausages and lover of pools. That's all you right there, Mr. Joel.
You ever had it in the pool? It's delicious. Sausage.
I do enjoy me some sausage. Sausage in the pool. I like it. Sausage.
Yeah, I like a nice dry sausage with a cracker.
Am I in the right podcast?
Anyways, let's get it going. Let's get it going. Enough about my choice of flavor.
Okay. What's your flavor, like Craig David? Anyway, we digress. We're here to talk about LFC 37, back to the mansion, Sapphire Ballroom, baby, Las Vegas, Nevada. Hell of a show. You guys are both killing it. Everyone on the entire show killed it from top to bottom. New faces, old faces. New faces, old faces, and a lot of great talents all involved. And my God, guys, the Sapphire Ballroom, nice venue. Look good. Looking good.
Yeah, it's a beautiful venue. Loved it, and like that ring filled that place up. They had all the tables and chairs were squished right together. It ended up being so intimate.
Yeah, packed. I mean, and even with the audio visual setup with the screens, the stage, it was very immersive. And I was having a great time, and I'm pretty sure all the fans that came through were having a blast as well.
Yeah, to say on the social media side, there were a lot of fans taking a lot of footage and a lot of family members and friends that were there, and including the one and only Mr. Whole Effing Show himself, Rob Van Dam, to support his lovely wife, Mrs. Katie Forbes. So, I mean, if you got the Whole Effing Show in town, come on now, right? And great judges. Your boy, Mr. Leon Hader, the one and only ultimate finesser himself, the one and only Mr. Chris Bay was a judge. Shelby Dahl, former playmate as well, and Ron, the LFC webmaster, doing the judge thing.
And Ron.
Yeah, friggin' Rob, man. That's what I'm saying. And Rob, that's great. No, but I digress, man. We had the webmaster, we had Shelby Dahl, we had the ultimate finesser himself, Chris Bay. It was a hell of a night, and I think the best way to start it out was with some newcomers, and it was the best way to start out with the pink team, as your girl, Ruby the Booty Vuitton, started off against Ziva Faye. So I want to put it to you like this, folks. Starts out, both ladies coming right out the gate, working on the ground and pound groundwork, and then Ruby the Booty Vuitton slipped on a little bit of the banana peel here and tapped out to a rear naked choke by Ziva Faye. Ziva Faye, representing Team Yellow, gets the win here. Joel, 45.
Team Healthy Male.
Yeah, Team Healthy Male. Team Yellow, Team Healthy Male. All right. You, Joel Kane, Ruby the Booty Vuitton, pink team, yellow team, 45 seconds. Do you want to talk about Ruby the Booty Vuitton?
I don't know how much I could really say. I mean, that whole recap he just did lasted longer than the entire match. So, I mean, I was just getting started. I think I said maybe 2 or 3 things. All of a sudden, she's on her back tapping out, and she gets up laughing the whole time. I don't know what was going on there. I was shocked and amazed. And this whole little recap I've done here lasted about as long as that fight too. So, what do you say about that one?
And now, Leon Hader, you were there as well. What'd you think about the debuts of Ruby the Booty Vuitton and Ziva Faye?
I'm gonna be honest. My shoe was untied, right? So when I went to tie my shoe and I got back up, the thing was over. Now, that being said, I found out later, I think it was Miss Booty who was complaining in the back, she was saying, well, I didn't know if I do this, if I tap out, that the match is over. So, I mean, I guess I just kind of questioned the coaching or lack thereof. I don't know. I mean, there was no one from the black team there, so I was just enjoying myself and getting ready for my upcoming fight.
Ooh, okay, I will say this. So these two, it kind of shocked me as well. First and foremost, welcome Ruby Booty Vuitton and Ziba Faye to LFC. For me, you had these two who've known each other outside the LFC auspices, have done customs together, modeling, really know the fight game outside of it. But man, once we got here into the lingerie fighting championship world, Ziba Faye, like we mentioned, rear naked choke, tapping out, tappy, just a little tappy like it's Happy Gilmore. I have to say this, Ziba Faye being a long prospect to LFC, finally making her debut. Great to see, do everything on the session girl side of things, but Ruby the Booty, man, it's a learning experience and a very auspicious way to start for the pink team. But we get to where the pink team really highlighted here. And Leon, we're going to talk about this as well because you had some words after this bout, my friend. It is the debut of Hot Stuff Baby Deceive Me, HD herself. And no, I'm not talking about high definition. I'm talking about Holly Dunaway against Bella Rockefeller. Best way to describe this, folks. Both girls, ground and pound game, shots to the gut by Holly Dunaway, a lot of leg bars, a lot of knee bars, a sharpshooter by Bella Rockefeller, triangle chokes, guillotines. Both women really going out of their way to stay on top of each other, to stay right in the gate, right in the paint, if you will. And it came one to the most interesting finishes ever, man. Bella Rockefeller got cocky. She did her thing, man. She showboated just a little bit too much because Holly Dunaway, from her knees, knockout shot, and Holly Dunaway wins by knockout. I will start with you, Mr. Leon Hader. I see you shaking your head. Let's talk about this because, as we know, no strikes to the face in LFC.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so I mean, well, I'll get there. Let's talk about Bella Rockefeller real quick, right? She's been all over LFC. She's been on every team you can imaginable, and she landed on black, and I did everything I could, and I mean, she was looking great. She was out there holding her own against a professional boxer. Now, I told her, keep your distance. Don't let her get any strikes in. But even when she did, they were back and forth. Like you mentioned, some of the great action that you saw in this fight. I think Bella Rockefeller was doing well. Problem with Bella is she's got a little bit of an ego on her, as you said. As you pointed out so eloquently, she got a little arrogant. And technicality, if you will, no standing strikes to the face. And what happened was literally the scene of George McFly on his knees, hand going back. And as soon as Bella leaned in, wow!
Yep.
No standing strikes to the face, but I guess a strike from the knees is okay. So you know what? We had to take the L.
Okay. Now, I'm going to say this first and foremost, the George McFly reference. I love that. I love that so much. It made me smile. So I look at it from a stance too as well. Yes, technicality, but like we talk about standing strike, that was on the knee, so I understand the ruling. And I think for Holly Dunaway, that was a great debut. I know you're shaking your head. Holly Dunaway, great debut. Bella Rockefeller now 0-3. Kind of reminiscent here with your girl also, who we'll get into here, Jenny Bloody Valentine, who went winless until boom, boom, boom. She made her way up the ranks, and she's been on a winning streak, and she's been doing her thing. But yeah, Bella Rockefeller now doing her thing on all different teams and just coming out on, unfortunately, on the short end, but I know she will be back better than ever in the next LFC event. So now, Joel Kane, you got Hot Stuff Baby Deceive Me, 4-time pro boxing world,
Yep.
Holly Dunaway on your team, and you pick up the dub. You picked up the dub, man. Congrats.
Hey, thanks a lot, man. I think, if you're saying that Holly's George, then obviously Bella's Biff here because she's laying on her back. Out cold. I saw you out there trying to pour some water in her mouth, taking a little tap on the face. You had to carry her out of there. She got knocked the fuck out. Okay. She got put to sleep. That was beautiful. And from now on, I think, the easiest thing for me to do, I'm just tell Holly to fight on her knees every fight. She's going to come out on her knees. Bam, one punch. Let's go. Love it. Technicality, but it's technically the truth. She won.
Well, you know what? Listen, the lingerie athletic commission is going to hear about this because standing strikes to the face. I'm no attorney, right?
Okay.
But listen, Bella Rockefeller was standing. There was a strike to the face. They need to specify in clear language who should be standing, who shouldn't be standing. I want answers. But I guess for now, yeah, Holly, she's great. So,
She is
technicality
great.
aside, whatever.
And I'm sure the NLAC is going to love that strongly worded letter you got coming their way.
Ooh, it is heating up. I'm going to say this first and foremost as well. I think it's probably one of the most unique finishes that we've ever seen in LFC. And I think a return bout is definitely needed. And also at the same time, Holly Dunaway, the hot stuff that she is, man, really is looking to make some more waves in LFC. We have a 4-time pro boxing champion really transitioning and transforming, and dare I say, transmogrifying as far as the lingerie fighting championship side of things go. So congratulations on your debut, hot stuff Holly Dunaway. And then we move on to more black team action and the return of Monica Flowerbaum Garcia representing the black team. After 2 years, she's back against yellow team member Sinister Shaylin. First of all, great entrances as always with the fire, and Sinister Shaylin had a little object there that was shape of
no. First of all, I was damn near about to call the fire department. I'm pretty sure there was some ordinance that was being broken. It got too close to me. And, she might have had a lawsuit on her hands. Luckily, I was able to escape the sparks. I had to go run over and sit next to someone in the VIP section just to get away from the flames. So some of you call great. I call a travesty, but fine. Yeah, it was entertaining at my expense.
It was.
Stop laughing, Joel.
It was a great entrance.
I enjoyed it.
It was great. It was like Busta Rhymes fire.
I was like watching you run from a flaming dildo. It was fantastic.
Hashtag flaming dildo. Okay.
No. I don't do that anymore.
I also liked how it was protruding right out of her stomach.
Yes.
It was anatomically incorrect in every way, but it was fun. It was fun to watch. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Let's get to the action.
All right, so back to the action and back to the mansion. Monica Flowerbaum Garcia, Shaylin. My God, first time ever bout between the two. Monica's first bout in 2 years. These two went at it with punch and strikes and kicks, the takedowns, the chokes, the overall working over submission, power game advantage for Monica Flowerbaum Garcia. These two went all over, and probably one of the most doggone spots I've ever seen. Very reminiscent of what we've seen recently with Logan Paul and Ricochet at the Royal Rumble. The double cross body, amazing height, amazing leverage. These two went the distance, and as we saw, 3 rounds, they both went the distance, and your winner, Monica the Flowerbaum Garcia. Leon, hit it.
Little known fact, Monica, outside of LFC, she has a dual job. She's part cocktail server, part security. So she will serve you a drink and choke your ass out in the same lick, right? People wonder where she's at. Well, she's been training. She's been fighting. She's putting her skills to the test in them streets. And Shaylin, she did her best, and she's a great competitor, despite the trying to set me on fire. Outside of that, Monica was ready for a fight. She's always ready for a fight, and that's what she brought. I'm hoping she doesn't take another sabbatical. I hope she's back because it's I got a lot. She's one of a few that I have knocking down Jolene's door for the LFC championship. Who better than an ex-LFC champion?
You look at the history between Monica and Jolene. I mean, there's a disqualification victory from LFC 27. So obviously she's right on there. And as we saw, Monica said there, let's fucking go. I'll take anybody on. Let's bring them. Line it up. She'll knock them down. The shit's like bowling, baby. So what I look at it from a stance too as well, Monica Flowerbaum Garcia back in action at Back to the Mansion. And Shaylin now has a record of 1-2. I mean, she came off a victory over Bella Rockefeller at LFC 36 Booty Camp 4. And then this first time meeting another one, like I mentioned with Holly, definitely a rematch needs to be had. And I'm very impressed with both of these ladies. Now, Joel, Monica, black team, Shaylin, yellow team. What did you think about the overall fight?
I mean, I'll be honest. I didn't watch too much of this fight. I saw the beginning, enjoyed it, loved it. I saw the end when Leon's on stage dancing around like he just won like the lottery or the Super Bowl or something. It's ridiculous, but it was a good fight. It was a good fight. I did like the double cross body. There was a lot of big hits, a lot of big slams. It's entertaining to see. But I mean, you want to talk about taking on Jolene? I mean, she's got a long way to go between fighting someone like Shaylin and fighting someone like Jolene, the 3-time champion. It's ridiculous.
Whew, all right. Words have been said here, and I'm going to add this as well here. First and foremost, you want to talk about just the fact that Monica Flowerbomb Garcia going for her and Shaylin. I mean, it's one of those things too as well, man. This is what we get as far as the LFC action goes. Monica, Shaylin, new fighter, old fighter, bringing it back. The chemistry, the overall cohesive unit here. I'm freaking like it's friggin' covalent bonds and chemistry class up in here. It's one of the things that really has the best things that goes with the entertainment and the overall action of lingerie fighting championships. And speaking of action, the black team's back in action, baby. Jenny Bloody Valentine looking to come off her loss at
LFC. Here we go.
Looking to come
go
off.
Ahead.
I know.
LFC. Let's get it. Go ahead. Let's get into it. Go ahead.
Give him an earful here. Let's go.
So Jenny Bloody Valentine coming up a loss from LFC 36 Booty Camp 4 against Jolene, which was for the Booty Camp title, takes on the return of Danica De La Rouge, former black team member and former LFC champion representing the yellow team. These two, we had a German suplex, we had an enziguri kick, we had a dragon screw leg whip, we had everything of the sorts going into this very, very highly entertaining bout that really saw the great wrestling abilities of both ladies, the great fighting and the great strikes of both ladies. Really worked on the leg, did Danica De La Rouge. Saw systematic dissection, little joint manipulation, worked on the body part. It was storytelling at its finest, but then it happened. Both these ladies were going.
What happened?
I'm about to tell you what happened, son. Here it is. Leon Hayter, Jenny Bloody Valentine, Danica De La Rouge, go at it. Jenny might have taken a bite out of life, bit her on the ear like she's Minnie Tyson, and Jenny got disqualified. Danica De La Rouge is your winner. Leon, go ahead. I can see you already fuming. You want to say something. Go ahead, Leon.
I'm disappointed in Danica De La Rouge. I'll say that.
Okay.
Disappointed. You knew you couldn't win. You knew that Jenny Valentine was bringing the heat, bringing the moves, and so you're going to go and claim that you got bit in the ear. First of all, I want to know what type of magician and what type of witchcraft that this is that she could bite her own ear. That's what I want to know. Because I asked Jenny. I said, Jenny, did you bite her ear? You know what Jenny said?
What?
No. Who might have believed otherwise? She said no. It's no. Danica De La Rouge, she manipulated this fight. She knew she was going to win. Somehow bit her own ear. Maybe her coach bit her ear in between rounds. That's what I need to start. I want to see a replay of this because it's travesty. Would never have happened. I never train it. Jenny doesn't even eat meat. Come on now. She's a vegetarian.
Whew, okay. I'm going to add on to that. First and foremost, you are correct. There was no from Jenny. Jenny said no. And then referee Sarah Compton comes in. You could see, apparently we could see the bite marks on Danica De La Rouge's ear.
Clear as day.
Roll the tape back. Go ahead, Joel.
Hey, look, I'm just saying, that's what AJ Kirsch said. He was there. He saw it. He said the evidence is there. Clear as day. Bite marks on the ear. It is what it is, man. You're teaching your fighters to do that. I mean, if it's me in the corner, maybe I'm nibbling that ear just for that competitive advantage. I'm getting a little, but I mean, Holly, you think Holly's going to do that? Come on.
Okay. As Joel just alluded to here, Holly Lotus May was filling in for Audrey Monica's Team Yellow. But for you, man, you got to see this bout. First time ever bout with Jenny Bloody Valentine and Danica De La Rouge with an ear biting and an ear popping finish for you.
Allegedly.
What did you think of the bout, Joel? Go ahead.
No, I mean, aside from that, I mean, it was two good rounds that I was enjoying watching. I mean, I was in the stands having a good time watching that fight. So, I mean, for it to end the way it did, to have that kind of shame brought onto the league by a coach who's just doing anything to pad his stats right now. I mean, it's sad. It's just sad. It's sad, Leon. I'm sorry.
Ooh, an interesting note here, guys. I think the last time we saw a disqualification from Jenny Bloody Valentine was back at Booty Camp 2 against Veronica the VP Payne, and now here we are with another DQ. Allegedly, I'm putting the allegedly out there, disqualification win for Danica.
Right.
All right. Well, now I can also say congratulations to Danica because she's now 2-0 in LFC. But yeah, Danica De La Rouge, Jenny Bloody Valentine. Oof. Unsettled, and You're
I mean,
pop.
at the end of the day, I'm tired of talking about Leon's fights here. I mean, let's get back to mine. Let's go.
All
Where's
right,
the pink
well,
team at?
we're coming up next, man. Bella Madison, Sheena Bathory. Oh. All
Wait
right.
a minute, we're back to a black team. Hold on.
Oh no, okay. Wait, let's go back to that last one.
Uh-huh.
So let's make jokes about yours again.
Let's talk about this one, please.
Okay.
Oh God.
Bella Madison and Sheena Bathory. First of all, great
Mm.
entrances from both looking good. I got to point out something that I really did notice here. Bella Madison trying to bait Sheena in with like it's friggin' power slap up in here. She's telling her, strike me in the face, hit me. I like the little goat action here. We saw more Hurricane Ranas and we saw more dives off the top ropes. We saw a brawl outside the ring. Holly the Lotus May even got involved. A little screaming action there. Leon, she got in your grill. She got in your grill again. She was yelling at you, like right here. She got right here. She got in your grill. So that was really the antithesis of this bout, man. Just the two of them going back and forth. And again, fighting the distance, going the distance as only as they can. And the winner for the second time, Sheena, the Hungarian Hurricane Bathory. But it didn't stop there because Bella Madison gets pissed. She's going at the judges. Shelby Dahl gets the old finger. She went at Holly the Lotus May. She said she's done. Rebel Princess out. And then she walked. She dipped. She said, fuck this shit. I'm out. No thanks. So, Leon, I'm going to start with you here before I get to the pink team over here with Joe Kane. Your winner, Sheena Bathory.
If Bella Madison is out, I say good riddance. She'll talk all this shit. You know what? I think the problem is let's talk about Audrey Monique for a second. You know, the little bit of that fatal attraction. I'm seeing that again. I'm seeing somebody who is basically sad, hurt, upset that I passed up on her. I went with even though she didn't win, I went with a different Bella. I went with the real Bella, and she didn't like the fact that I was calling her out. Earlier in the show, Bella Rockefeller hit a nasty devastating Bronco Buster.
Yep.
So, Bella Madison's like, well, let me try my take against Sheena right in my corner and a very, might I add, subpar indoor swap meet version of a Bronco Buster that I called her out on that she clearly couldn't handle, decided to get outside the ring, get in my face, trying to bait me in, trying to get me disqualified and fined again. You know what? And even try. Joel, you were smart. I saw that. You knew that Sheena was the power slap champion. You saw her knock the shit out of someone that went viral. BJ Penn, George St. Pierre, everybody talking about this slap. And you knew standing strike to the face, a real one, that would have got Sheena disqualified. Too smart. Too smart. Look, they went all over the damn Sapphire Arena. If it wasn't contained, they would have went out on a D. Martin Drive and probably over to Circus still fighting. But at the end, Sheena came through, and this is number 2 of somebody that I'm looking at to come after Jolene.
Whew. I will say this before we get into Joel here. First of all, you're dealing with the X Factor. There's a lot of Bronco Busters. On LFC 37, a lot of Bronco Buster action. Very, very nice. And doing the old Sean Waltman proud here. Now, you, Joel Kane, your girl. Yeah, buddy. Throw it up. 1, 2, 3. So, Joel.
That's for Joel.
Joel.
What does it mean?
He told you.
It means I got 2 words for you.
Yeah. Degenerate. Anyway. Joe Kane, your thoughts. Bella Madison had a hell of a fight, but unfortunately, on the short end of the stick, she left. She said deuces. She went. She dipped. What are your thoughts?
I mean, again, you make it to the end of 3 rounds, a hard-fought battle when you're watching your fighter out there doing everything they can, going over and above, making better hits, landing better shots, more impressive moves, more voluptuous curves, just all of it, the entire total package. And I have to sit there and watch Sheena's hand get raised again. I mean, I was pissed last time. She's pissed this time. I think that, oh, yeah. And don't put it past. I mean, I'm watching, people's getting their ears bit off. And I'm thinking, of course, she'll slap her. Go ahead, take it. Take the hit. Because I know she can. And she'll get disqualified again, 2 in a row. and my girl got her hand raised the way she should have got her hand raised at the end of that match. So I get it. I get the frustration. And you know what, Leon? Like, nobody else has a problem with me. Nobody's coming after me outside the ring. You know, I don't know what you're doing, but you seem to have a habit.
They come out. That's because they come after you when there's a pool involved.
Well, that's fair, but I mean, they ain't coming after me in the ring. You know, they ain't trying to hurt me. They're just trying to gently place me into water. That's nice. I'm okay with that.
I will say this, folks. If you guys want to see Joel get and thrown in some water, you guys can check out LFC Exposed over on the reality show on LFCfights.com. Yes, you should. LFC 32 through 34. Daisy Ducati threw you right in that water, boy.
Yeah, that was some gnarly stuff. That was pretty gross.
Well, you do it to yourself.
Yeah. That was the one water I wasn't very happy with, because that was about 80% urine and vomit. That was Sturgis day 3.
Yeah. First of all,
that's where COVID started.
Yeah.
That was patient 0 there.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna even say this for you, and we joke about the pools and stuff. I felt bad on this one just because, dude, that water looked wonky. It looked disgusting. It looked like a human file of vomit. It was gross. It was pretty gross. I got to feel for you on that one. I really do. But you do it to yourself, nonetheless, for getting yourself thrown in the pool. So that stands with it does.
I just like to live my life beachside. It's just I don't have. That's all there is to it.
Excuse me, sir.
Anyway, but look. I know we're going the past, but does this mean that the rebel princess is gone? Does this mean that she's out?
Oh man! if she is gone, first and foremost,
yeah.
That was wait. Maybe we should talk to Holly, right, and see if we can do right a loser leaves LFC match. You put in Bella Madison, and I'll pick an opponent of my choosing.
Oh, of your choosing. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. There's a
balance. No, it ain't happening. You're just scared. You want to get rid of her. I get it. It's okay. She's a tough woman.
I would put in Audrey Monique, because either way I win. Like, it's just saying.
Well, I will say this. Book it. That is something I think we should all book. Loser leaves LFC. First time for everything. Book it. Book it. But I will say this. If this was the last time we saw Bella Madison, which I think not, I think it's going to be one of those ones where we're going to see what happens next. As long as you don't get yourself choked, man. I don't know what she is. She likes to grab you by the neck, the jugular, if you will, man. She's all about, like, right here, right in your gullet, man. That's what she's about with you, Leon Hader. She got you. She said it once more.
Look, this is all self-preservation.
Yes.
The last time I protected myself and my interest, I deflected somebody. I deflected. Someone hit the ground. You guys remember this? And then I had death threats. Someone was gonna break my jaw and all this stuff. So, I mean, I'm just trying, for the fans that we at LFC has many fans, but there's about 2 that live in their grandmother's basement, and for those 2 that don't like my actions, she put her hands on me. I didn't do nothing. So that means I'll be at the next LFC event for sure. I didn't break any rules there. So
I will say you're growing. You're growing. You're showing a maturity and a wisdom in your age.
Yeah. It's a facial hair. You should try growing some.
Yeah. I see a little just for men action there you got on the right there on
my Sharpies.
I like it. It's nice.
Cut this part out of the podcast.
Nope. Nope.
Okay, moving on.
All righty. Moving on. We got back to some pink team action here. It's Terry Feisty Fist London who took over for Lauren the Animal Fogel against Kira Batara the Mogwai, making her debut as a part of Team Yellow. Okay. Semi-main event here. Terry Feisty Fist London on short notice had an amazing bout with Kira. They both went to the striking game. Terry just looked at her after she just smiled and wouldn't even shake her hand. She kicked her. She said, all right, bitch, you don't want to fucking shake my hand? Fine. I'm going to come right at you. That's right. I'm Feisty Fist. What? So Terry got in her face. We saw striking. We saw pounding ground, working on the arm. And Kira Batarar had a hell of a bout, which I was really impressed with Terry, because Terry being the veteran that she is. And then you got Kira, Bellator, MMA, mix of professional wrestling, working over the arm. I liked it. And then we freaking get to the end of the match, and it's a leg arm trap submission. It looks like something out of the Rings of Saturn. And Kira Batara, the Mogwai, wins her LFC debut. Terry Feisty Fist London unfortunately takes the L, but what a semi-main and what a showing for Terry Feisty Fist London. Joel, Terry Feisty Fist London, Kira Batara, go.
Hey, I gotta tell you, first and foremost, big ups to Terry for taking that fight on such short notice. Obviously, Lauren had an issue she had to take care of. She couldn't be there. Terry steps in, short notice, against a former Bellator fighter. Oh my God. Wow. What a match that was. And you know what? You want to call her Feisty Fist. She should be called Feisty Pete, the way she was throwing those feet in the first round. Yeah. She was keeping her at bay. And really, that's all you could do against someone like that. Her grappling game is so strong. You got to keep that distance. You got to make sure you don't get sunk into it. But unfortunately, throughout the course of a few rounds there, she slowly got her arm worked on. And I mean, she did a great job. I was really impressed. Some people said she danced herself tired to start before the match even started. I don't agree with that. I think she danced herself to the perfect peak physical condition, got her heart rate to that perfect optimal rate. Like a runner, you got to keep it in that zone or whatever. She was in that zone. She got there. It was a great start.
First of all, you are very well known for making fun of Terry dancing to the ring when it came to the Eurobash back at LFC 24 when she danced her way into the cage and that music kept on playing. Boy,
true story.
Yeah, true story. Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
I try to keep it reasonable now. I'm like, okay, Terry, stop's enough now. And we're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah, just don't teach her any more dance moves there, sir.
Well, she hasn't used any of them yet. I mean, like, come on.
Anyway, Coach Leon Hader, your thoughts on Terry Feisty and Kira Magwai Batara, who in your own right.
Yeah, Kira Batara was somebody that I was looking at a couple of years ago before COVID. And honestly, she was probably within days of signing with LFC before COVID hit. She decided that she was going to sit out. And honestly, I didn't even know she was back in the running, right? Before she got picked up by Team Healthy Male. It was a big loss just for me as a coach, because I'll throw a couple names out there for you. Jesse Santos. Andrea Vladoy. Right? There ain't too many more people that have been involved with LFC. And now Kira Batara, as far as people who have had a professional fight in the MMA realm. And with Kira, you're talking about Bellator. Like you've made it. You're there. Professional fights. Kira is the most qualified, trained individual in LFC history to have ever competed in the ring or cage, depending on what show it is. That is her. And I'll tell you this, and Joel, I'll give you credit, that was Terry Feisty Fist's best fight to date.
I'll agree with that.
Iron sharpens iron, and I was super impressed as a fan. I mean, I went back, remember the VIP section I ran to with the Sparks? I sat back down, had a little bit of their popcorn, a little bit of the drinks, and I was just enjoying the show as a fan. And Terry's best fight, and Kira, not even on my team, Joel, not on your team, but one we should probably both watch as someone who is a definite threat to Jolene. Even though I'm just saying that as a fan, you take someone who's, I don't care if she calls herself Mogwai, because when she gets in that ring, when she gets in that cage, she turns into a gremlin. And don't pour water on her. Don't let her eat past midnight, because she's going to whoop some ass. That's all I got to say about that.
It was impressive. It was an impressive start for her. I'll say that. Again, you're still talking about Jolene here. And like, it doesn't mean anything until she loses anything.
Fair enough.
I will say this, as far as the Mogwai goes, an infectious smile, but god dang, man, when she gets in that ring, oof. I look at it from a stance too as well. Terry Feisty Fist London. Last time we saw her was LFC 35 Booty Camp 3D when she took on Jordan the Hammer Hamner. I mean, Terry's always had such memorable bouts with Jenny Bloody Valentine, of course, the bout in Slovakia. But god dang,
it's a giant.
Yes, a giant. The way I look at it from stance is Terry has always made moments and memories. And I think as far as like you guys mentioned, you had someone, again, short notice, and Kira, who's just amazing. So they gelled well. The chemistry was there, and probably one of the best doggone semi-main events I've ever seen. But the semi-main event leads to the main event, which was a rematch from LFC 31 Booty Camp 2, as representing the black team, Katie the Bombshell Forbes takes on the returning Salina, representing the pink team.
That's
okay.
right.
let me say this. A lot of stuff very reminiscent to what we saw from LFC 31 Booty Camp 2. Drop kicks, shots in the corner, really choking around with her legs and knees, using that booty, trying to get to you in that booty, E40 style from Katie Forbes. I really did enjoy just the wrestling ability, the striking, the kicking, the everything that really encompassed and absorbed the power that we saw from both of these women. Very reminiscent, like I mentioned, of the first bout, but also saw new layers of both growth from women, slipping and sliding, zigging and zagging. For me, it went the distance like a lot of these bouts that we're talking about here tonight. But man, I'm going to say this right now. Very close fight. I loved this bout. But we get the rubber match now, I'm going to assume, because Katie the Bombshell Forbes, representing the black team, gets the win. And Leon, congratulations. Katie gets the dub in the main event.
You know what? We're now 1-1. At the last event when these two faced off, I was sure that Katie Forbes had won it when I found out that Salina had taken the booty camp champ, right? That's what that was for that title.
Yep.
I was surprised, and I'm gonna add on something that you touched on. You said that there was a sense of maturity now in this fight. Same amount of action, right? Back and forth. You could have called it either way. But what I saw was a much more refined Katie Forbes as far as her not being so arrogant and being so playful in the ring. You had a much more serious, much more toned down. Before, her hair was rainbow, was all over the place, was all about check my Instagram and all that stuff. And this time, different Katie Forbes. On the flip side, I saw a different Salina. Now her hair is colored purple, and gone was the passion that she had. She took the loss in jest, but I believe you had a more serious Katie Forbes and a less aggressive Salina, and look who came out on top. And look what happened at the end. Last time they fought, after the fight was over, they went at it. I was trying to break it up and became collateral damage. And this time, I was impressed, and I respected the fact that Salina bowed out gracefully, stepped outside of the ring, and let Katie have her victory.
And Katie Forbes got her shine on both these ladies did. And like we talk about the maturity level, I think, like you talk about Katie being very focused. I mean, Katie's already a dangerous threat in her own right with her assets and everything in general, and just her overall skill and technique. But god dang, man, these two went to the distance, went to war, and the chivalry, the respect, the kindness, dare I say, the code of honor really showcased that you showed up and shined out through that, man. And man, Joel Kane against Salina de la Renta. We now need a rubber match here because Katie took the dub. Black team winning this one. Pink team taking the L this time around. Joel, go ahead.
Yeah, it seems to be a thing with these matches that are going to decision. They're all going against me this time. I don't know what that's all about, but I think maybe RVD being on the sidelines, staring down the judges' table might have something to do with it. In any case, water under the bridge. Leon, you talk about Katie bringing it up here and Salina bringing it down here. I think Salina might have just brought it down, just to have a bit more fun with it, make it even. Why not? It was such a statement the first time they fought. Thought maybe that this time, maybe we'll just bring it down and just we'll just fight it out, duke it out. Let's go. It was a beautiful match. I really enjoyed it. Salina came out with that same I don't know what I can call it, anger. Indifference.
Latina heat.
Latina heat. Could be the Latina heat. That might be what it was.
The Puerto Rican passion.
Oh, yeah. It was burning. But man, it was a good match. And if you take this one, that's fine, because the third one's going to go my way. We all know that's the way it's going to be, because all Salina's got to do is just bump it up this much.
Oh, okay.
She's going to take her hair down just a little less bright, and then it's going.
Let's bring it. Let Katie Forbes, Salina de la Renta 3. I'm waiting for it. Let's bring it.
Whew. And that was a hell of a way to end at LFC 37 back to the mansion. Now, I'm going to say this. I got to say, first and foremost, now there's more drama with Bella and Holly the Lotus May. There's Bella Madison telling everybody to fuck to the left, fuck to the right, spin around and go fuck yourself tonight. Will we see Bella Madison back in the LFC auspices? And we had a hell of a main event with Katie Forbes and Salina de la Renta, and all around top to bottom, one of the best doggone cards for LFC 37 back to the mansion. And folks, I hope to see you at another LFC event. Come out and see Joel. Come out and see Leon. Come out and see AJ. Come out and see everybody in regards to LFC. And I think, as always, what we say with this show, a little bit of MMA, a little bit of wrestling, a little bit of clothing. It's the finest action ever in lingerie fighting championships. Go to lfcfights.com and see all the great action from events, podcasts, from Tight, your series there, Joel, from Exposed, from everything, from Get Wet. Oh, it's a good time to be an LFC fan. So for Coach Hader, Coach Joel Kane, my name is Mike Larkin, and thank you guys for listening.